Felipe, can you tell me, in what situations do we use the second conditional?
So we use the second conditional to talk about imaginary situations now and in the future and its consequences.
Oh, great. Can you give me an example?
If I won the lottery, I would go to the United States.
Great idea. If I won the lottery, I would travel all over the world. I love traveling. And can you think of another situation, another example?
If I had money, a lot of money, I would help poor people.
Great idea. Great, great, great. Fantastic. I would also help the poor. They deserve it and they need it. Yeah. And Felipe, what about the base form of the second conditional?
So basically the structure is if simple past would base form.
Oh, great.
If simple past would base form.
Yes. If plus simple past plus would plus infinitive. Yeah. For example, if I had time, I would travel more. Or if I had a chance, I would visit my friends more often. Great. And in what situations do we use the third conditional?
We use the third conditional to talk about imaginary situations in the past and its consequences.
Oh, we are imagining a different past, a totally different situation in the past. Okay.
That's it.
And can you think of the structure? What's the structure?
The structure is if plus past perfect plus would plus have plus past participle.
Yes, if plus past perfect plus would have plus past participle of the main verb. Right. A good example would be, let me see. If I hadn't woken up late this morning, I wouldn't have gotten at work late. And the consequence was, if I hadn't woken up late, yes, this one I've already said. If I hadn't woken up late, I wouldn't have gotten at work late. And if I hadn't gotten at work late, I wouldn't have lost my job. And if I hadn't lost my job, I wouldn't have cried so much. And if I hadn't cried so much, I wouldn't have gotten depressed. And if I hadn't gotten depressed, maybe I wouldn't have lost so many friends.
Oh, that's a great example, Sarah.
I'm just
great
kidding,
example.
but the examples are good. Yeah. All right. I have a story to tell you, Felipe. Listen to that. Let me share the screen with you. Right? Well, just listen. It's the story of a man who fell in love with a girl. Last summer, Tom went on holiday to Russia, where he met a beautiful Russian girl called Nina and immediately fell in love with her. He decided to quit his well-paid job in London and sell his house so that he could live in Russia and be near to Nina. This is so dangerous. So he moved to Russia. Unfortunately, he couldn't find a job there because he couldn't speak their language. Nina left him, so he returned to London, but now he can't find a job there either. The fact is, if he had been able to speak Russian, he would have found a job in Russia. If he hadn't sold his house, he wouldn't have asked his relatives in London to live with them. If he hadn't quit his job, his life wouldn't have changed so much. In fact, if Tom hadn't met Nina, he wouldn't have lost his happiness. Poor Tom, right? Now, Felipe, I ask you, would you have done the same because of a girl, a beautiful girl?
What a difficult question, Selma. So I think I wouldn't. I would never. I would never do it. I think I would have never done it because I think that he was like courageous and
Romantic, maybe.
romantic, very, very romantic.
I totally would agree with you, my dear. He was romantic and courageous. Yeah, I wouldn't have done this. Well, maybe if the person was really, really special, but I think she was not that special because she left to him. Yeah.
Yes.